Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Hat and Beard Show. I, of course, am James, and this is your nightly stop for NFL news and Detroit Lions daily deep dive. It's 7 p.m. It's July 28th in the Big 2-6. It's Tuesday night, which means it's training camp eve for the Detroit Lions. It's the final night before, kind of like easing into no pair of loafers over there. We kind of slide on into the start of things. Training camp will be underway, and then things will start to ramp up. Guys, I told you yesterday, before you know it, it'll be week 6, and in a blink of an eye, we'll be right back here getting through another offseason. But, guy, we've made it this far. We made it together, you and me. Tonight we're going to talk, though, first, of course, our NFL segment, we're going to talk about Tampa. Tampa 2 pennies, huh? Rubbing 2 pennies together over there. Not coming down on a contract with Baker Mayfield, the quarterback down there. Backstreet Baker. He's back all right. And, is it going to be worth the money there, huh? Baker not getting a deal, says he's going to play out the rest of his contract through this year. And then we'll see what transpires. On the flip side of that, Tampa also can't work a deal out with Vita Vea, right? The longtime man in the middle, right? Really anchoring that defensive line. They kind of baby past is the prime there guy, And he says, no, I'm not going to play out. I want to get traded. Which, of course, then leads people to go, oh, the Detroit Lions need to sign Vita Vea. We need a trade for Vita Vea. What's it going to take to bring in Vita Vea? We'll talk about that, right? And then we will talk about training camp eve. Third verse, same as the first. Not looking so good. But we'll take your chats. We'll talk about all of that. There is a poll up in the YouTube chat. Should the Lions chase one more big name before camp or trust the defensive line? Options are go get a name or stay the course. As of right now, we have 5 votes cast. 60% of you are saying stay the course. I gotta probably agree with you there. I'm not big on making splash signings for the sake of making signings, but let me know how the community is feeling. If you want to be in the very exclusive what we call Mad Hatter Nation, and that is the live chat over on YouTube, well, guy, it's gonna cost you a little something. You're just gonna have to hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel, right? While you're down there waiting for your paperwork to process over there. Go ahead and turn on the notification button, right? That's gonna send a push notification to your phone, right? Every single time. Every day we go live, Monday through Friday, 7 to 8 p.m. That's 5 days a week, dude, covering NFL content. And oh yeah. Oh, we're doing digital tailgates again this year. Of course, we're doing the Sunday morning hangouts during the regular season, during the postseason. Obviously, the pregame show, it's a lot of fun. You're gonna want to be here for it. We kind of play around a little bit maybe on DraftKings. Probably not gonna be as aggressive this year as we were last year, guys. Just gonna be honest with you. Not so wild on the gambling thing, but for funsies, we might do a little bit. It's just a hangout thing. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. Share this around with all of your friends. We are 902 subscribers. We are 98 subscribers away from hitting the that big landmark, that 1K mark. I won't feel comfortable till we're at like the 10K mark. But you gotta learn to crawl before you can walk, and we have been walking this path together. You and me, guy. I really appreciate it. Thanks there, Billy. That's what I'm talking about. All right, now we're going to hand it up to Jocko, and we're going to get into the show.
If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well, then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
All right, in the chat, we got my mom's hanging out. Ryan Allen's hanging out. What's up, dude? Good to see you. John effing Lord, keep grinding. I will, dude. I appreciate you stopping by. My dude, Rick C, of course. Just, and look, I like it, dude. I'm excited for Rick, dude. Rick's an OG supporter around here. One more time. One more Grandpa Rick. Let's go. Grandpa Rick C, let's go, you guys. That's absolutely awesome, Rick, dude. That's what I'm talking about, my guy. Trippy Gypsy, dude. I wondered what happened. Where you been, dude? Where? Look who's showing his face around here, huh? Little Trippy Gypsy. Oh, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. I know, dude. It's with going to the night show, dude. I know, man. I'm glad you're able to catch a show, dude. That's what's up, brother. Hopefully you can make it when you can, dude. And if not, as I was saying in the pre-show there, a little preamble to the show, you know what I'm saying? We will of course be having the Sunday morning show, right? So, I'm gonna get on, nobody on hit that 8 a.m. mass, you know what I'm saying? Get on it, back out to bring you guys 6. You count that. That's a Monday, that's a Tuesday, a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, a Sunday. Guy, I'm giving you 6 shows a week come the regular season, dude. I'm giving you plenty of opportunities to come catch up on all of the comings and goings of the NFL and, of course, our Detroit Lions. Let's talk about NFL news. Baker Mayfield. Look, and I'm going to be honest, I don't feel like talking about Jalen Carter. Ooh, good job. Still think you got Sean Rodgers. I think they just I don't like him. I don't like it. I'm a hater. I hate it. It's a player haters ball. You know what I'm saying? I'm just hate. Let me holla at you. Holla. Let me holla at you. I'm at the player haters ball, and I don't give a fuck. Sources say Baker Mayfield to play out the deal with the Bucs and then become a free agent. Tampa's quarterback Baker Mayfield is reporting to training camp without a new deal and will play out the final year of his contract before becoming an unrestricted free agent, sources told ESPN on Tuesday. Mayfield and the Bucs have been engaged in contract talks for several months, with sources telling ESPN that no real progress has been made towards a new deal as of Tuesday. Mayfield has previously said he wanted an agreement in place before the start of camp or he would discontinue talks to focus on football. Alrighty then. Sources close to the situation. Vagary. I sense vagary. Define your sources. You mean like the guy selling him falafel down the street? You're like, hey, you're a source close to the situation. Told ESPN that Mayfield is looking for a deal that reflects his performance and is more in line with a quarterback of similar caliber are making. He is also unfazed by the potential of being franchise tagged in 2027. The source added, oh good, phasers aren't going to work on him. Turn your phasers off of phase into lethal if you want them to work. The phasers aren't going to work. Look, I like Baker Mayfield. I like the grind out story. You know what I'm saying? Like, get it. But if you're looking for a deal that reflects his performance, so you want to be paid a lot up front and then just like get paid like a medium amount throughout the year, and then like towards the back end you just want your like paycheck to be in the negative. I don't know what you're trying to do here. Mayfield, who led the Bucs to the playoffs in 23 and 24, ranked 16th among quarterbacks in average pay at just $33.33 million a year. I mean, how are you supposed to? The man has a family. He has a a wife. He has children. He has mouths to feed, places to be. Clearly, putting in working hours, grinding on some overtime. I mean, he's a professional athlete, so we're talking what, minimum 60 hours a week, 52 weeks out of the year, no PTO, right? Zero PTO. Probably gets no sick time. I bet his boss is just like a slave driver, just demands he's there. Probably makes him work unpaid overtime, constantly calling him at home, harassing him, you know what I'm saying? How are you expect a man to provide on just a average $33.33 million a year salary? Oh, what an absolute crime against humanity. Get Zorhan Mandani on the phone right now. This is a crime against humanity. If Tampa comes to New York, I need Kami Mandami to arrest him, because what Tampa is doing, the owners, the mistreatment, the miscarriage of absolute justice, the humanity of only making $33.33 million a year. Oh, Judas Priest, Barbara, it's one of those flaming bags again. Franchise tag values are not calculated until prior to the start of free agency each year, but using the 2026 numbers as a reference point for the franchise tag for quarterbacks is just a meager $43.895 million. With the transition tag, well, even worse, $37.8 million. The franchise tag is, though, projected to rise to roughly $50 million. Again, I must reiterate, the man has a family. He has bills to pay, mouths to feed. Mayfield isn't the only Buck player frustrated by not having a new deal. He's saying, I'm gross. How am I supposed to come to work? I mean, he's probably having a carpool with motherfuckers at this point. I mean, only making $33 million a year. I feel bad for him. Baker Mayfield. Only making $33 million a year. You poor. Mayfield isn't the only Buck frustrated. Nose tackle Vita Vea, a member of the last Super Bowl team, recently requested a trade. Unlike Mayfield, though, who is a full participant in mandatory minicamp, Vea was a minicamp hold-in done to avoid fines. Good, yes, though those... Again, a man has a family to feed. How could you ever... You're going to take money away from him? When he wants a new contract, of course he's going to be a hold-in to avoid fines and participate in classroom instruction. While not risking injury. Oh, good. Yes. We wouldn't want you to risk, injury there with your big payday coming. Now, the last thing I know, I kind of went off on the rails there about Baker Mayfield. And look, I mean, whatever. It is what it is. The money's fake. Fiat currency is not real. It's all pretend. There is no, Easter bunny. It's all nonsense. However, in the fake chicanery that is the NFL salaries, okay, pay him $40 million a year. That's what he's worth. 40. That's what I think, if I'm being honest. Is Baker Mayfield really a $50 million a year man? He's in his 30s, right? This is like, okay, so was it the Browns? Then where do you go after the Browns? Carolina, and then LA. And then Tampa. Was there any? Am I missing some irrelevant stop? Yeah, I like the story of Baker Mayfield. Are you going to pay $40 million a year to Jameis Winston? You can pay $50 million a year to Jameis Winston? Because it's basically what you're going to get at this point. I'm just being real. How would it feel, chat? He has to feed Terry and Arnold. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Now you're getting it. Living in NYC next season while playing for Philadelphia 76ers, James will likely commute to Philadelphia via helicopter which is only around a 45 to 50-minute ride. That's disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. Please be advised at the beginning of 26 training camp, Detroit Lions will no longer provide media credentials for Lions on SI. No shit. Policy violations, publishing highly critical columns, and leaking that information with frustrated front. Wait. Detroit Lions revoked the media for John Macaron. No shit, dude. No shit, dude. I read John quite regularly, dude. No shit, dude. Dude, was John the one who talked about the trade? Was he the one who initially talked about the trade that the Lions tried to do in the first round with, what was it, Baltimore? Is that who we were trying to work a trade with? Dude, what do you know? Yes. Okay. Yeah, do you think that's it? Bro, I bet you that's it, dude. Damn, bro. That's so lame, bro. That's so lame, dude. Here you got a guy actually like being a reporter, and the team's like, no, you know too much. See, the problem is that it's not that he knows too much, is that the Lions told him to shave his damn head, or else they're gonna pull his credentials. Got to join the bald brigade down in the 313. Should have shaved the dome, dude. Yeah, should have joined the rest of the bald coaches, dude. Damn, that's really, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Like, we read a lot more. Well, we kind of read him more during the regular season. But we read quite a bit of John Macaroni and Cheese, Johnny Big G. I read him quite regularly, dude. And that really sucks, dude, because I thought his articles were pretty good, man. You know, he's been on pods talking about it. No shit, dude. No shit. Dude, he should get him in the live chat, bro. Get him in the live chat. I'd love to see what he's got to say, dude. Because that's really lame. That's really lame of Detroit to do, man. But, like, here's the thing. You just say highly critical articles. Is that what you said? Please advise credentials. Right? Highly critical columns and leaking granular insider information that frustrated the front office. Well, dude, what is the problem with writing critical articles? Quote from Adam Schefter. I think the Gibbs thing could be relatively quick, whatever that is. And Laporta, I haven't heard as much on, but I think they'll be moving in the running back market in the coming week plus. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, here's the thing, dude. Like, I know that we all want to re-sign Sam Laporta, but like I said early on during the offseason, that with the injuries to Laporta and Branch, that then elevated, as well as the production that they both had, Gibbs and Jack Campbell to the top of the contract extension. That was like, that then took all four of those guys and said, okay, these two are your top two priorities. And yes, are we really that surprised that Action Jack Campbell was just like, clip? Thanks. Now I can go play football. Like, it didn't take him. I mean, he was just like, bet. Yep. Sounds good. You're going to pay me a bunch of money to play football? Sounds good. I like playing football. I'm Jack Campbell and I play football. You're going to pay me even more money to play football? Sounds great. I like it. Sounds fan-fucking-tastic. You know what I'm saying? Gibbs, I really don't know what's going on with that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure that the injuries to Laporta, even though he's cleared, right? Injury to Laporta, injury to Branch, put them two immediately in farther down the pecking order. They got the Campbell deal done, you know? I don't know, man. What's up, Jeff? How you doing, man? Just picked my son up from football in 6th grade. Want him to play JR junior. That dude, I don't know what JR is, but that's dope, dude. Bro, my son up from football in 6th grade. Is it starting? Is football practice starting for dude? It's kind of no, dude. It would be about time. Oh, dude, is high school football practice starting? Dude, there's a very high probability that Jahmyr Gibbs gets a contract extension finalized within the next 2 weeks. Well, that makes sense. Oh, they want him to play junior high JV, dude? That's dope. In 6th grade, though? They can probably get him. I don't know. I honestly don't know how that works, dude. Dude, that's fucking dope, bro. Hell yeah. That's dope, Jeff. That's fucking dope, dude. Hell yeah, brother. Yo, can we get a round of applause? You gotta love the young kids playing ball, dude. Bro, there's a town just up the way that they had to like do away with their football program because not enough kids were playing. And I was like, that's so gay. He's 5'6", 145. Nice, dude. Hell yeah. My city won the NFL Under Championship. Look it up. Nice, dude. Sick behind the back passes, one-handed INTs shown on ESPN. Nice. Hell yeah, dude. That's what's up, bro. Let's check that out. So, speaking of, we talked about Vita Vea, right? Let's get over here. Let's get that ad out of here. Get out of here, ads. Nobody likes you. Because it's still not technically the season yet. We're still getting a little bit of off-season slop and hypotheticals and grandma wagon conversations. So when Vita Vea is like, I want to be traded, of course you know that some people are going to be like, hey, ho, come to Detroit. We need him. And I'm like, pump the brakes. Look at the math. You know what I'm saying? And Mike Payton, the slipper over here, he's got a good couple takes on it here. Now, if you guys, if the Lions are going to start pulling credentials, hey yo, Mike Payton over here, he's going to have to look out. You know what I mean? He's sometimes he's a little critical. He better keep his head down. You know what I'm saying? Tampa, Tampa's all-pro defensive tackle. We talked about that in the previous article. Can the Lions even afford Vita Vea? That is the real question. The short answer is yes and no. If the Lions traded for Vea, they would take on roughly $18 million. That alone would require releasing somebody to clear cap space. And here's the thing. Vea doesn't want to be a one-year rental. That's the whole reason he's requesting a trade. He wants a new contract. He says, I want the money for many more years. So if Detroit brought him in, the Lions would almost immediately need to extend him. That creates a massive problem because the Lions are already in the middle of trying to figure out how to extend running back Jahmyr Gibbs, safety Brian Branch, and tight end, the big guy, Sam Laporta. Laporta is cleared and coming back, so Lions are ready to pay him. Okay. Gibbs could get done any day now, and he'll likely become the highest paid running back in the NFL. Oh, sounds like he knows information. Remove his credentials. I've become frustrated with the writers. Take away their information. Branch might get pushed down the road a bit, but the Lions still want to get that done too. All of that gets in the way of paying Vea if he wants, or what he wants. What would the deal even look like? Vea wants to be paid like one of the NFL's premier interior defensive linemen, which he is. Look at what the market looks like right now. Jeffrey Simmons signed a 3-year, $105 million deal. Well, he's no longer the position market leader. What's his name? Jalen Carter, $150 million, I think I seen it was. Just disgusting. Chris Jones is roughly at $31.75 million per year. And oh my gosh. Chris Jones. How does that even work? Chris Jones is a bigger man than Baker Mayfield, and he's making $2 million less a year. He must eat more food than Baker Mayfield. Chris Jones must, how is he even surviving on such a meager salary? Elite interior defenders make between $28 and $35 million annually, while good veterans starters land in the $20 to $25 million range. Again, how do you expect a man to feed himself? A realistic deal for Vea probably looks something like 2 years, $54 million, or roughly $27 million a year, with around $40 million guaranteed and $20 million signing bonus. That's a lot of money for a player who is already 31 years old. What about swapping a Lee McNeil for Vea? What the fuck, dude? Here, this Lexus ad's gonna pop up. I'm gonna boop. Get out of here, ads. Dude, this is why I'm... Oh, here it comes. Dude. This is why I have kind of stopped reading A to Z Sports. The ads. The ads. The ads. I can't even move the screen, dude.
Elevate everyone's experience is a car that stops short of amazing.
Cool. And what's dope is I bet you I get a copyright on that stupid fucking commercial jingle. I can't even move the screen. I can't. I'm froze. Thanks, A to Z. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, nope. All right. So on to the next article. I'm done with A to Z, bro. I don't know if I can read that shit anymore. Dude, the ads are getting so ridiculous, dude. They have the ones that just like zoom up across the whole screen, bro. Like it's getting to be too much, dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, the music, dude. Exactly, bro. They're gonna jam it. It's too much. That's just too much, dude. It's too much, Cody. Exactly, dude. It's just too much. Public address email. This applies to all credentialed live media football at Ford Field and the My Performance Center in Allen Park. No shit. Well, man, better all keep their heads down. It's all clickbait. Please be advised that being a 26 training camp providing media credentials for the Lions on that side. That's fucking wild, dude. What's up, Marcus? How you doing, man? What's up, Lions Debate Talk? What's good, brother? What is up, man? I'm ready for all these Kool-Aid drinkers who think Kirby is magically fixed. Can't wait to laugh real hard. I hope he comes back. If it's a cornerback or safety, sure, go get a big name. All right, that's fair. If the Bucs are willing to take Liam and pick for Vea, we could afford to extend Vea and still have cap space. But if the Bucs don't want to play, our $50 million in cap space wouldn't be enough. Yeah, no, that's exactly it, Marcus. There wouldn't be enough. And the bitch of it is, dude, is like I pre-read this article. See? I'm just locked in. Okay, can we finally move forward? All right, check this out. You're talking about giving up McNeil, who is a younger player and already under contract, plus probably a draft pick, for a player entering the final year of his deal who will almost certainly want a new contract worth around $25 million per season. You're paying extra draft capital to make the swap, and then you're signing up to give a 31-year-old defensive tackle a massive extension almost immediately. You're giving up a player who is cheaper and younger for a guy who's older and more expensive with no guarantee of how much time he has left at an elite level. It would be nothing more than a dopamine hit, a cool thing the Lions did on paper that doesn't actually move the needle the way that they need to. The Lions have their own plan. Trading McNeil and a pick for Vea would be a sharp departure from the Lions' normal philosophy. Detroit also just drafted Tyleik Williams in the first round of last year's draft. The jury is still out on Williams. He's going to be a monster this year. You would prime time viewing. Big beef Tyleik Williams is going to have 10 sacks this year, though. But nobody is leaning toward him not being good. He dropped a bunch of weight to become a better pass rusher, and having McNeil back healthy makes the current group viable. I hate to be the bearer of bad news to Lions fans. I know they want something big, but this is just another one of those things that's just not going to happen. And not because the Lions don't want it to. I'm sure they would love to have Vea. It just doesn't make sense financially, and it doesn't make sense philosophically. Vea will probably wind up somewhere else, and if you're worried about him landing in Chicago, don't worry. The Bears are in a worse financial situation than the Lions are, so don't have to sweat about that. But yeah, I like that point of they have a plan in place. Dude, every time I go up to this Lexus ad, I get locked. You see that? Bro, it's just too much. It's going to be too much. It's just too much. The ads are just too much, dude. It's just too much. It's just too much. It's just too much. It's just too much. I'm sorry. It's going to be too much. I don't like it. I don't like having an ad on 60% of the screen, dude. Like, the only reason you can see it is because I have it blown up to 120% on the text, dude. And that's the only way I can read it because I can't read for shit. How are we feeling, chat? Poopy Indiana Bears, 100%, dude. Gonna have to pin that just because I happened to look up and see it. That's perfect. I meant too much for Vea, but ads are getting nuts. It is, dude. Both. They're both too much, dude. I had to delete the Weather Channel because of ads. Yeah, dude. I hear you, bro. A to Z, more like gay to Z. Exactly, dude. Exactly. It is super annoying. TA, you can take John's spot. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. All right, guys, let's finish up here. So, yeah, more shitbox news, dude. More guys. I mean, not on the pup list, but on the NFI list. And then we released Jay Tufele. Jay cut Felly. Jay not on the team no more, Felly. Jay going to play somewhere else. Falafel. The Detroit Lions opened the 26th training camp on Wednesday, or will open their 26th training camp on Wednesday. On Tuesday, their veterans reported to the team's training facility as players rejoin the team. It's common for teams to make a few last-minute transactions in preparation for camp. Earlier in the week, we saw the Lions place 3 players on the PUP list, and on Tuesday, they placed Mormon Oaks, the guy I was very high on the non-football injury list. Christian Eisen, who I was also very high on the non-football illness list, and released veteran nose tackle Jay Tufele. If you're not familiar with the difference between the lists, which list a player lands on is based on where they were injured and the type of injury. If a player was hurt while participating in an activity directly related to the NFL, games, practice, workouts, etc., they land on the PUP list. If a player was injured in a non-NFL activity, which can include private workouts, or in their personal life, they land on the NFI injury list. If a player is dealing with an illness, which can range from having the flu or mononucleosis like Mahogany had as a rookie, or even more serious illness, they land on the NFI illness category. So there is 2 separate NFIs. These lists have some similarities, like the PUP list. Placing a player on the NFI at the stage does not require them to miss any games. They are restricted from practicing while the injury lists, but player also are eligible to be removed at any time if the team believes their player is healthy enough to begin practicing. However, if they're on the list come the start of the regular season or come the start of cutdowns, they will be forced to miss the first 4 games of the regular season. Mahogany returns to Detroit this season, expecting to work to retain his starting left guard job, so any absence will certainly hinder his ability to compete for that role. While he is out, look for either veteran Ben One-Footed Barch, second-year lineman Miles Frazier, or recently traded for Juice Scruggs to try to seize the opportunity in front of them. I'm leaning on the last 2. No offense, Ben Barch. Go Miles, go. And if the juice still has some Scruggs in it, go ahead and give that a squeeze. Eisen joined the Lions this offseason and was working with the starting safeties in the spring as he was trying to acclimate to the Lions scheme quickly, as he was also expected to compete for a starting role with Branch and Joseph on the PUP list. While Eisen misses time, my guy, Thomas Harper and Avonte Maddox, along with veteran Chuck Clark, should have great opportunities to get into starting rotation at practice. Thomas Harper is very good. I was talking about him at work. I was like, with Kirby on the PUP list, with Branch on the PUP list. When this news came out, I was like, well, this means Thomas Harper needs to figure it the fuck out to go from good to great and make us all forget about this nonsense. Ideally, we will get an update on the statuses of the injured players on Wednesday. Ooh, dang it, dark horse, Dan Jackson. At Dan Campbell's press conference ahead of the Lions' first training camp practice. So more news on everything, guys. The news And we're gonna just walk up to that valve and just crack, boop, doop, just give it a boop, just give it a boop, just a boop, just a crack, just boop, just what I'm saying, just a little boop, just a little bit of information, a little bit more, and there's a boop, 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 what I'm saying, just a little couple more, just a little bit more, and then eventually, dude, just the information, the season will be underway. We won't even be able to keep up, dude. I know it. We need to. I'll be looking back at the offseason going, why did I hate it so much? It was so relaxing. How we feeling, chat, before we get up on here? What's up, Riley? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, dude. Jay Two Fingers Me fellas. Hell yeah, dude. That's what's up. What's up, Raw? How you doing, man? Hey, Raw. By the way, Raw, your guy has an opportunity with Mormon Oaks being out. Dude. Now is the time. If Giovanni Manu wants to put on his big boy shitting pants and go and compete for that left guard spot, go get it, big guy. You know what I'm saying? This is your guy. Now's the time. Let's go. Let's go, Gio. Let's go. If you're going to do it, now's the time, dude. You got the opportunity come knocking. You best let that motherfucker in. You know what I'm saying, dude? So now's the time, Gio. Mahogany is on the NFI list, so best get on after it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Mahogany's on the NFI list, dude. Yep. Orange juice Scruggs. Stay the course. If the course is going to get a corner or a Vita or bot, don't care. I'm never going to do what I want. Why cause a dumbass? Why? Because I'm a dumbass plumber. Hell yeah, Motown. I hear you, dude. I understand the want to go get a corner, and it's you guys just know Brad doesn't make these moves, dude. I'm thinking that Mormon Oak is hardwood, dude. Injured all the time, isn't he though, dude? It's getting kind of annoying, bro. I'm not excited this camp like past camp. Sorry. No, dude. See, I'm getting hyped, dude. I'm getting hyped. Gio not making the team. Yeah, probably not wrong, though, dude. But if there's a time for him to go and strike, now's the time, dude. He's got an opportunity. Is there not an opportunity in front of him right now to just come out of left field and just be like, oh yeah, I'm all that and the potato. Oh, wait, what did they eat up there? I am all that and some poutine. Poutine, isn't that what you guys eat? The French fries and gravy with cheese. I love a CC hating on Manu. Hell yeah, dude. That's fair. What do you think of Colby Sorsday? Sorry, Sorsdal. Colby Sorsdal. I think Colby Sorsdal is like a giant honey glazed ham that somebody stuck Mr. Potato Head arms and legs on, dude. That's what I think of Colby Sorsdal. How's my boy Mr. Hat doing? Question of the night for you: what do you make of our nose tackle losing 50 pounds? Yeah, Motown. So that will be something that I'm looking at because what I'm interested in is what does he weigh? Because if he lost 50 pounds of fat and replaced it with muscle, good luck, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he comes in weighing the same, but if he comes in like, dude, look, guy, we did see him at OTAs, and we all clocked it. We're like, he's looking lean, dude, but he was hiding his power level under some baggier clothing, dude. What if what if Tyleek rolls into camp and he's like 9% body fat, dude? Still in the like 315, 318 range, and he's like 9% body fat, bro. Sports Talk, tell me who you are so I don't know your show. Sorsdal making the team. He's worse than Manu. What a joke take. Manu, but Sorsdal. No, Sorsdal's trash, dude. Gio isn't a very good football player, TBH. Oh, that's I can see both sides of it, dude, but no, Sorsdal's trash. I think we can all agree that Sorsdal's trash. The fact that Sorsdal's even made it this long in the NFL, he must be a damn good clipboard holder or a fan-fucking-tastic water boy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just like he's like the most hyped cat in the locker room, dude. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not very good. He's just not very good. But It is what it is, guys. We're going to get up on out of here today. I can smell dinner getting made downstairs. And it's the final night before training camp really gets underway. So, we can clock out of here a little bit early, get in after it, get a good night's sleep, and get ready to rock and roll, dude. It's time. The Big 2-6 opens tomorrow morning down in Allen Park. So, on the evening before training camp gets underway, let me reiterate a few things that's going to have happen. Okay. Aiden Hutchinson, I'm predicting, will have 26 sacks in the Big 2-6. Okay. Jahmyr Gibbs will have 26 offensive touchdowns in the Big 2-6, as well as 2,600 yards of offensive production in the Big 2-6. Jared Goff will take the number 26 and multiply it by 2 and throw for 52 touchdowns and 5,000 yards. Fuck it, 52 and 52. 5,200 yards and 52 touchdowns in the Big 2-6. Those are my pre-training camp predictions that I've been on in the entire Big 2-6, guys. So that's what I'm sticking to. No injuries, please. Lions, no injuries. Healthy. Everyone be healthy. Yes, that's the big one. What's up, Jody? Hey, sister. We're just about to get up on out of here. Sorry about you just missed it. Calling it a little early with the show or with training camp opening tomorrow. Gonna get a good night's sleep. Get on after. Get after for a big day, dude. You know what I'm saying, bro? Just tell me your name so I can rip your content on your show. No, dude. With the big thing though, Detroit Sports Talk is right, dude. It's all about no injuries. This is, maybe the guys on the pup, obviously Branch and Joseph, but now we're getting NFI guys. Conklin was on the pup list. Maybe we're just getting it all over and done with. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick Law at OTAs. Maybe we're just getting it out of the system early. Just not gonna have to worry about it. Or, as I was saying at work today, you can't have it all. You can't have it all. And as much as this is the golden age of Detroit Lions football, at least in my 38 years of being on planet Earth, every good has some bad. And if this is the one thing that prevents or is the one thing that we always have to deal with, and that is injuries, it's going to be really fucking annoying. But it's just the reality of it. Hopefully that doesn't transpire this season. Hopefully we go from having record-setting number of games missed by players on IR to, like a record low number of players injured this year. Like we just somehow come out completely unscathed after training camp opens up. I don't know. That's what I'm hoping for. Let's see how things break down tomorrow. Let's see how rotations shake out. We'll see what the coaches have. Coach speak imminent. Make sure you guys have your Rosetta Stones out as we try and transcribe and translate all the coachy speak, the Dan Campbell-anese that will be coming out of his mouth tomorrow. I'm hoping it'll be a lot of good hype news, dude. No injuries, no injuries, no injuries. Right on, guy. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that notification bell. Share this content around with all of your friends, especially Lions fans. We are the most based NFL and Detroit Lions content creation station here in the 7 p.m. live show time block, broadcasting exclusively from Grandma's Studio One. I've been James with the Hat and Beard Show. You've been an attentive audience. We'll catch you tomorrow with all the news from day one of training camp. Until then, have a good rest of your night. Bonga bonga. Frig off.